soon as I come back. Looks like this is setting up now. I'm so excited for you. This is your
Boy.
second recital.
And I never thought I would do one at all.
This is your second recital. Oh, I'm
Oh,
so proud of you.
gosh.
You're proud of yourself too, aren't you?
um, I'm still stunned. You
Stunned.
talked me into these. As shy as I am.
And you are shy, but you know what? You have been such a delight to work with.
Oh,
Um,
likewise. You are
Jana,
just so special, and you are the perfect teacher for me because you just know how to keep me going.
we laugh half the time.
I love it. Make it
We
fun.
do. We do. When we first started, I was coming to you before the
Right?
pandemic.
Yeah.
And I did that for about a year or
Yeah.
more.
And I'm really grateful we had those live in person lessons.
Mhm.
That was,
Mhm.
um, it gave me a chance to really feel comfortable with you. I felt
Mhm.
comfortable with you the very first lesson
Really?
immediately. But it really
Wow.
felt good to get to know you as a kind of as a person and
Same.
to, I just feel like we really relate. And it was really special to get to know you before we had to do these virtual classes because I
Yeah.
still feel what a warm, loving person you are, even.
Yes. Oh, Janet, and you are too, even though we joke about what the tea that you drink.
I know. Yeah, my chamomile tea to keep me calm
Absolutely.
while I mess up my piano lessons.
Absolutely.
Oh,
But the have you had other lessons prior to taking lessons with me?
I did. So, and I had some nice people. I think I may have only had one young college student that taught me
Mhm.
before, or maybe two. I had one for
Mhm.
just a couple lessons, and I think she, couldn't do live lessons anymore. And then
Mhm.
I had another young lady named Catherine who was really sweet and she was really
Mhm.
good. But
Mhm.
she went to college and it was really hard to get together. And I really wanted the in person lessons back then. But she couldn't come anymore, and it didn't feel the same doing those lessons virtually.
Mhm.
So I was really happy to find you, Cheryl.
Wow, wow, wow.
It made the whole difference.
We can thank Varsity for bringing us together.
Yeah, yeah. What a
We
fluke that I
can.
found varsity.
I know.
I
I
just
know.
needed, something that was, I guess, it could be online,
Mhm.
but had more of a database of people that because I didn't
Mhm.
know where I was going to find a piano teacher. So.
Right, 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 right. Well, you were my first piano student with Varsity back then. And
Did you have some more piano students with them now?
no, I
Oh
still
wow.
don't. I've had a couple that I've looked at and they've been assigned to other people. So you're my only
Wow.
varsity music student. Everybody else that I have with varsity is like 17, 16, or 17 of them. The rest of them are academic.
I'm your oldest student.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that, they look at me and when I tell them that I'm 61, they're like, "Nah."
You don't look it.
No, but there are some days that the body knows it.
I totally feel that.
But this is the book that we started with Janet, and
Yes.
I remember the very first few lessons we were in the key of C, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
And we were just now, learning to play with two hands.
Yeah, yeah. It's
And
amazing that seemed like a real challenge.
it seems like a long time ago now,
It
considering
does.
what you're playing now.
Yeah.
But I remember the one meter signature that you just did not like. I remember
Four
it.
time.
I was looking right at
The traffic cop or whatever that
it.
was. Oh my gosh. I thought I would never ever get that.
That's the one
That's it.
I
Oh,
remember. And I mean, she's much, much better with 2/4 time now. In fact, the last song that you had that was 2/4 time, and you did wonderfully. was John Peel.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that one?
yeah. I grew to like that one a lot. Yeah,
That's a really nice song.
it
You
is.
try and sing it, at the same time that you're playing it. I tried it, and I failed miserably because I
Yeah,
couldn't get the "Did you ken John Peel with his coat so gay?" I would miss a note while I'm trying to sing. This is a Scottish song, and
yeah,
so
yeah.
it has a little bit of twang to it, but we've gone all the way from quarter notes, and eighth notes and 16th notes. We've gone from 3/8 time to 6/8 time, 4/4
Right.
time, cut time. We even had, what was that one song that we did, Janet, before I actually go and play one of your songs? There was one song that had a little bit of a,
Syncopation.
yes, I'm trying
Yeah,
to remember
it was
what that
one.
song was.
Yeah, yeah. And it was
There
Spanish
it is, a
Fiesta.
Spanish fiesta. That's what it is. And you really played that very well. Once it clicked,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got it.
I
You
enjoyed that one. Yeah,
yeah.
the ones I like a lot, I do better on. Traffic cop, not so much.
But I think I would put all of these songs up against you now, and you would be able to just read them and play them.
Yeah,
Whereas before was a little bit of a struggle because once we learned the key of C, then we went back and transposed all the songs.
right, right,
And so we went from C to G on the exact same songs. Um, and it was like going back to the beginning of the book again.
right.
But
It,
because
it,
we
it
knew
was
it,
really enjoyable. I like the key of G better than the key of C on a lot of the songs.
really,
Yeah.
really,
So I didn't mind playing them again. They sounded better to me.
they sounded better in the
Yeah.
key of G than
Maybe
they
because
did
I
in.
could play them a little bit better by then.
No, some things actually sound softer,
Yeah,
and I mean not rough. It
yeah,
has a softer edge to it in the key of G. I like G myself. I don't do many songs in G, but
yeah,
when I do, I really do like it.
yeah.
I'm looking forward to, the time that um I've been teasing Janet for the longest time about a solo recital.
Oh,
So this is as close as we're gonna get right now to a solo recital, but I've wanted her to even be able to play with her husband, John,
mhm.
he's not online with us, but John plays guitar. And it's my desire at some point to see the two of you guys actually play something together. I think that would be so
It would
phenomenal.
be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
We played
Yeah.
about half of a song together once, and it was like I was like so excited that we could kind of do that, but I didn't have the confidence at the time to keep going.
But
I'd be
now
halfway through the song and then freeze up.
I bet you could go back and do it though. Now.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
You should try. You should
Yeah,
try. You
yeah,
really should try because that's a really good experience. Um,
yeah. It's
did you
uplifting because it sounds so much more rich and full to
It
have
does.
someone accompany you on another instrument.
Yeah, yeah. I just kind of inadvertently introduced your husband who's not there. So I'm gonna let you introduce, and say who he is and your son that hears you, and then, you got some other family members
Right, right.
that
So
that are your backbone.
John is my husband, and he is, I think, an amazing guitar player. He's really good. He's really into playing Celtic music right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping to maybe learn the Grenadier and the Lady to play with him.
Yes.
So I've been working on that. He encouraged me to do that, so I'm trying.
Let's make that
Not there yet.
happen.
And then I have my fan club of my puppy dog, Rodney, who's a 14 and a half-year-old golden retriever he comes down and lies by my side when I have piano lessons.
Yes.
And he's very patient and kind, and he never complains about how I play.
No, he doesn't.
And also I have my devoted little kitty cat Foot. who
Yes.
has been with us in our sessions from the very beginning.
Yes, he has.
And he used to sit on the piano bench by me and swat at my elbow when I played. May have been a hint. It was kind
That
of rough in the beginning.
that was a
Um,
love tap, Janet.
but now he just lies on his little ruffly pillow in a chair beside me, and he patiently
Oh.
suffers through all of my practices.
I would say that's not suffering. I think he enjoys the music and it really does calm him down. Foot was he was my greeter whenever I came over.
Yeah,
So
yeah, he
Foot would
liked
be
you right
right
away.
at the door and we would just go right on in and we would have a great time. And then when I met Rodney and Monty, Monty's not with us anymore, but when I
Yeah.
met Rodney and Monty, they were my bodyguards. And so they would meet me at the door and they would walk me around to the other side and just make sure I got there safely and wait until
Yep,
I got back.
yep.
But
Wag their little tails and could hardly wait to see you.
and they are beautiful. They are beautiful retrievers. Just Monty was he the blonde retriever?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He
just
was,
gorgeous.
yeah,
And
my little
Rodney
sweetheart.
and the other two are retrievers, and the golden color is just rich. Oh, they're beautiful. I
So
can't
we've
wait
got
till
the
I meet
two
them.
little puppies, Maggie and Mackenzie, and
Yeah.
they are at my new fan club. Although they're too rowdy to come down and have lessons with me, they're only 4 months old and they are totally crazy.
Yes, yes, but beautiful. They're
Yeah, they are
beautiful
beautiful little
dogs.
guys and girls.
They are. They are. And where is Foot? Can we see him before we
Foot is,
start?
yeah, let me see if I can pan around to Foot here. Oopsie. I may have to unplug my laptop. Here we go. Okay,
Hey, you guys,
there
there's
you
my friend
go.
right there.
Foot, foot.
Hi, Foot. Hi. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you
Let's
in a
see.
while. There you are.
He's on
Yeah,
his little ruffly pillow.
you are. And you're just saying hello to the world.
uh,
That's great, Janet. I'm so glad to see him. I haven't seen him in a while.
I know.
Yeah, I haven't.
He always did really like for you to come over.
Yes, and I enjoy seeing him too. I really did. So it'll happen again someday. We'll get
Yeah,
to see each other again. But until
yeah.
now, we'll look at each other online.
Yep, yep. Thank goodness at least we have that.
Yes, yes, yes. And I remember when it first happened, you and I were in person and I remember saying, "Okay, we got to start meeting online," and
Right,
Varsity switched your hours
right,
from in home to online and we never missed a beat. We
right.
never
It worked
missed
out
a
really well.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'd had so many work meetings on Zoom before that.
Yeah,
It wasn't a
yeah.
big deal to convert. So,
Yeah, yeah, you were great at it and you still are. Well,
mhm,
I'm going to play one of your songs. Let's see. It's just about 6 o'clock. So
okay.
you know what? I'm gonna play. Let me see if I can find it. I'm gonna share my screen. All right. And here we go with Janet's first song.
Boy,
Y-
but I don't have to play it live in person.
Next time you'll get that opportunity.
Oh boy.
There she is, you guys. I hope you guys are clapping and everything in the background. And here is Janet Greive Kennedy.
Hi, I'm Janet Kennedy, and I'm going to play Long, Long Ago.
Good for you.
I had that look of, oh, thank God I got through it.
And you did get through it. Do you remember what key that was in? You remember what key you played that thing in?
Oh my gosh. Let me think about that. Was it G?
No, it's
Um,
look on page 65 in John Thompson.
okay.
It's been long ago, hasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so um, C flat, no flat. It is D.
Yes, it's in the key of D. And that was really pretty. It has a soft touch and everything to it. Key of D has two sharps. Do you remember what those sharps are?
C and F.
Yeah, F sharp and C sharp.
Mhm.
Um, and you had a couple of different hand positions, but you were able to get through it. What was your thought when you were actually playing this last week when we did the recording of it?
Terror.
Terror.
I think I
No.
actually have played it with a little more feeling at times when I, practice and I'm not real worried about making a mistake. And that's
Yeah.
my worst fear is I'm going to make a mistake on recording and have to start all over again. So I think, just being worried about hitting all the right keys, but I really do like playing it and I can play it with a
Yeah.
little bit more feeling when
Yeah.
I'm not nervous.
Yeah, no, remember, you did fine, Janet. Remember the first recital last year in
Oh, oh
December?
my goodness, do I? Oh, that was talk about being terrified. Oh my God, it was so total basket case.
We had,
But you
and
made it fun.
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. We had 3 hands on the piano, my 2 and your 1.
Right, right.
And
Oh,
that was the first time you had ever played in public.
right.
And so I was
Hopefully the last.
no, no, but I was so proud of you for just doing that. It took
Yeah,
a lot of effort for you to get there and then
yeah,
sit there and then to play your song.
right.
You did great. You really did. And so I applaud you.
And the people at the church were so sweet and kind. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yes, we had a room
They
full of
made it.
people.
Yeah, they
There
made me
were
feel way much better, even though I knew I totally blew it.
and you didn't. That's just your opinion, but I believe in having a safe environment.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
and it
and
was
so,
really sweet.
it was quaint, it was safe,
Yeah,
we had food, we had all kinds of stuff,
yeah,
and then we had, like, 12 or 13 tables filled with people.
yeah.
Yeah, so it was great, it was really great. Um, Janet, let's talk a little bit, because you have graduated from this one,
Finally.
and yeah!
Woo.
And now we're in John Thompson Book 2. Let me get a little
Yeah,
closer.
yeah.
Um, and we should actually, like kind of do the official, here's your certificate
Oh, wow.
and you can sign your name. It's on the back of the first page.
Okay.
So let's make this official. The
Oh my
the the
goodness.
last it's the last page. I'm sorry, it's the
The first,
last page in the book.
okay.
And then you can write your name, and it says that certificate of merit. This
Woo.
certifies that Janet Kennedy has
Oh
successfully
boy.
completed first grade book of John Thompson and is eligible for promotion to John Thompson's second grade book. Teacher Cheryl Young. And the date, we'll say today, even though it happened
Okay.
about a month ago, October 24th, 2020. You are a graduate of COVID-19.
Woohoo. And who knew I'd be a second grader at this age?
See?
I love it. I feel
Ah,
very young.
you are. So you are officially da 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 da. You're
Okay.
in your book. That was your pomp and circumstance.
Hooray. It doesn't get any better than that.
No, no, it doesn't. Now, I just want to talk a little bit about this book
Okay.
because I only have two students at this time. You're one, and there's another student that's in this book. And you both, it's funny how both of you have kind of mirrored each other and in where you are, what you've learned, and where you are. Even in this book, you're about at the same spot. We've gone through book one. There's three books in this thing. There's book one and there's book two. And Janet just finished book two, and we're actually getting ready to work on recital songs here real soon. Janet got her. She has not given me her emotion yet about her recital. Well, I thought that might be the emotion right there. But I remember when we were going through, and Janet is real meticulous. She pays very good attention to detail, and she writes down everything. And if she doesn't get it, she asks. But for the most part, once we've explained it to her and we've gone over it, she got it. And so she's able to reproduce it, in her book. And I don't know if you can take any page that you've written on, Janet, and just show it, so that they can kind of see how I don't care which one, anything that you've written on, bring it close to the camera, so they can see, how much you have been diving into this book.
Well, you can see on that page, maybe I've written all over in the margins
Yes.
and trying to remember the circle of fists, that
Ye
BEAD, GCF, and
Yes.
all that. I mean, I really, and
Yes.
then the reverse, like it's in the reverse when you
Yes.
do the sharps and flats. So that's really helpful. And on every song, I analyzed every song,
Yes.
even though you did it for me and sent me the emails. I would go through and do every song
Mhm.
myself so that
Mhm.
I felt confident. I knew what I was doing. It
Yes,
just
and
helped me have that
that's
extra
great,
resource.
Janet. Um, I remember when, because we have to do things just a tad bit differently when you go from in person to virtual. And so, what she's not telling you is that when we were in person, we would actually analyze those songs together.
Right, right.
And, before I left, she was able to read it. She had a good sense of what the meter was, so she knew what the rhythm would be. She knew what keys we were in. She knew all of the sharps, all of the flats. Um, and at that point, it was just a matter of playing it so she could hear it, and then she would take it from there. And there were times when, um, in virtual, I would play the song and send it to her just so she would hear what it sounded like. So in her practicing, she could correct, it by what she heard. She could correct her music. And there's one thing about virtual is it actually is a lot more work. Most folks
For
don't
you, I'm
realize.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more work to prepare for virtual. Going through the music. Where is my book? I have a book over here. I'm going to show you guys. And I showed this in the last video, but this is my book that has all of the songs and the recital songs.
Wow.
And everybody's got their recital songs for December already. But now the students, including you, Janet, we sit down and we go through and we analyze the songs together now. So that has lessened somewhat for me to be able to, actually see you grow from doing it together to me watching you do it. Um, Huge. It's monumental. It is. And I'm really, really proud of you, Janet. I really am. I
And I'm really
am.
grateful for when you played the songs and sent me the recordings so that I would know. how it should sound. Some of them I was familiar with, but not many.
Mm-hmm.
So it really did help. And then I knew where it was going wrong. So it was really
Yeah, yeah. And they're real songs, aren't they?
they are. I heard that. They are real songs.
They're real. They're real songs by real composers.
Even the simple songs in the beginning were real songs.
Yeah, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. And they're very pretty.
Oh,
Let's talk about just for a second, since you brought it up, I was going to, but I thank you so much for bringing it up. The scales. There are a bunch of scales here, and you saw the notes that Janet took. Um, if you could tell me, let's look at the key of A flat. How many flats does the key of A flat have?
okay. Just a sec here. Um,
Uh-huh. Yes, that's it.
wow, I remembered it.
That's
Hooray.
it. That's it. B, E, A, D are the flats. B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat. There are 4 flats in the key of A flat. And one of my keys that is growingly becoming my favorite key is the key of B major. I don't know, something crazy twitched in my head, and now all of a sudden I like the key of B major, but B major has 5 sharps. Do you see that?
Um, yeah. F, G, F, C, G, D, A.
Yeah, F
Okay.
sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. That is a beautiful key. One of these days, I'll probably assign you a song in the key of B.
God love you, Cheryl. I can hardly wait.
We'll work on that.
Oh,
We will work on that. But anyway, on that note, let's take a look at your second song. Is that okay?
yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, let me share my screen again. Janet, I keep saying this, but I'm so proud of you. I really am.
You're a kind soul.
I'm extremely proud of you. You've come a long way, and
Yeah,
you should be proud of yourself. You
I'm
should be proud of
happy.
yourself. You
I just
should
really
be.
wanted to learn a song on the piano, and I've really exceeded that goal.
Yes, you have. Yes, you
Oh,
have. And on that introduction, here is the second song. Let's see.
all right. I'm going to play the skyscraper.
Yay! Good job, Janet. Good job.
Never did I imagine I would be able to play with both hands all the way up the keyboard like that. So
Exactly.
even though it's a simple song,
Exactly.
it was really a good exercise.
Yeah, it was. It was. How many octaves? You went up 2 octaves, didn't you? It looked like
Yeah,
you went
let's
up
see.
2 octaves.
Yes.
You went up 2 octaves. Do you remember what key that was in?
Oh wow.
Let me
A
Yes, you're right. That's it.
Yay.
That's it. It was in A flat. Yep. Yep. I remember when I first started playing on the organ and the piano, A flat was probably my favorite key. And then somewhere in my 20s, I started loving D flat, and in the 30s, G flat. And now that I'm 60, I like B. What's
Sorry.
wrong with that picture? I don't know. I don't know, but that's life such as it is, and you'll find that you'll favor certain keys, and then everybody knows my least favorite key is E. I do not like it, but I have forced myself to continue to play in that key until I like it more. I can read it, but the transitions are not as smooth in the key of E as they are in B or in the other keys. But and it's going to be the same with you. And as we're looking at book two, I guess now is a good time to spring this on you. I'm probably going to be teaching you a little bit of improvisation so that you'll feel comfortable, kind of fingering and chording with John. So if he gives you guitar music, I'm going to teach you. You already know a lot of the chords that he plays already, what the equivalents are on the keyboard. But if he gives you some chords with the words, that you'll be able to just chord it with him and do background music. And so that's one of the goals that I'd like to see for you, more so than just reading. And you're going to read and read and read and read, but I want to make it fun for you, and I want you to be able to improvise. So I've been looking at some books on what we can do with John. I
Okay.
think Minuet is one of the songs that he wants
Right,
you
right.
to
And I
learn, and
do
that's
have
in
that.
book
Yeah.
two.
I have that music too. You gave me that. And I did try it
Yes.
for a while. It's been a little while since I've visited that. So,
Yes. So that's one of the songs that John likes. And so for sure, when you learn to play it, we have got to record the two of you playing it.
oh, goody.
Exactly. Exactly. I was looking for something else. Oh, I got it. Um, Now, as for your recital song, because we've actually been going for almost 30 minutes, Janet. We've done
Wow.
really well. Yeah. So you got your recital song for the holiday is coming up. You remember the holiday. And so one of your songs actually comes from book three.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it comes from John Thompson Book 3, and then the other one is a low-key kinda, Christmas song that it'll be easy to play, and John may feel like he wants to play it with you. So we'll see, for the holiday recital, we're gonna have everybody in the room together, and oh boy. Oh boy. But we're gonna have some holiday fun, and we'll have classical songs, and we'll also have Christmas songs. Songs that would be good sing-alongs for our audience to sing with us, and for each other, and we're just gonna encourage each other. But Janet, do you have any additional words? You're not shy at all, so you can write that off.
Just as long as I'm in a room by myself and talking to you, I'm fine.
You are wonderful. You are wonderful. Janet, thank you
Oh,
for
thank you, Cheryl.
entrusting your lessons to me.
All
And
right. Well,
we've
thank
done
you.
really well together. And
Yeah.
I can't tell you again, I've said it a dozen times, but I am very, very proud of you.
Aw, thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you so much, Shannon.
All right.
You
Well, have a
you
wonderful rest of your sessions.
I will, you too, and I'll see you next week.
Okay.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.